Hello everybody, my name is Sajjad Ahmed, and I'm here to review the Beats Solo 2. Now, I've had these headphones for like 6 months now, and anytime you go and you talk about headphones, everybody has to fight, like, oh, Beats are the best, Sennheiser's the best, Skull Candy, people can't make their minds. And so I decided to make my own mind, because I have my own style of music. Everybody has their own. Some people like rock, rap, country, whatever it may be. And so for that reason, I just want to write a short review, my thoughts on these Beats Solo 2s I have. Again, I've had them for 6 months, and these were a special purchase for me because these were the first things I bought when I got my first job. And I look older. I'm not that old. So as soon as I graduated high school, with everybody else, I wasn't late or anything. I wanted to get a job to better understand what it's like to have, work and school. And it was a lot harder than I was expecting, but it was a good experience. And I was lucky, I became a manager of Walgreens. It was my first job. Not technically a manager, but a shift lead, same thing, management, safe handling, door opening, closing, the whole 9 yards. And so, I bought these because I thought, my parents, they always give me what I want, but, thankfully, if they have extra money and I'm doing good, then they're like, okay, you can have it. But headphones, always stingy on headphones, because they're like, oh, a rapper endorsed it, or you listen to too much music, or there's always some excuse, right? So I bought these on my own money. They were like $199, I think, so $200, and yeah, they're the Solo 2. They're legitimate, I didn't want to buy a fake headphone with my first paycheck, and so yeah, that's the box. I'll show you the box more in detail, but basically I want to give you my honest opinions. Here they are in person again, and they're really light. That's what I like. They're very light. The cushion is very it is a little on the tough side, because they are not really leather. They're like this rubbery thing. It's a pleasant feel. You touch it, you like the touch and everything. And you also may notice they're not gloss like regular Beats headphones. Oops, they're dirty. Excuse me. And they're not gloss like regular Beats headphones, because I never like the gloss look, honestly. Fingerprints, dust, the nasty stuff. So I decided to do a little hunting and get one of these limited edition. You can see on the box, Royal Edition Stone Gray, and they're not gloss. They're like as you can see, they're like a matte color. If I can get a light in here, and am I showing the dirty side again? Yes, I am. And I should have cleaned those. And you can see, it's a very nice matte finish. It's very nice looking, on your head. Let me get these on the right way. Yeah, and they're not too big. They fit on your head real nice. The light, I have a little longer hair, so it looks funny on my head. But they're really comfortable, and they're also good around your neck. Your friend comes up, he's trying to talk to you, take them off, so you can hear them. You just flip an ear off, no problem. They won't fall or anything unless you really go straight out, rock star, and then they'll fall off, of course. These aren't welded to your head, and yeah, they're reasonably compact too. I have big hands. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", or 6'1.7", and so, they're about the size of my hands. It's not bad. Not bad at all, honestly. For a on-ear headset, not bad. And, yeah, so I just have a small list of things I wanted to go through. And first, I started with, people do unboxings. This is not an unboxing. If you want an unboxing, I'll do one. But this is a more review. But I'll show you the box anyway. It's very nice box quality, as you would expect. Well, I bought these before they were bought from Apple, but still, Beats always has had, before Apple, a very nice box quality. Like, I'm recording this on a Mac Pro, and we all know, MacBook Pro, and we all know they have excellent box qualities. iPhones, Apples, etc. Anything by Apple, even Samsung these days. And so, So this is the box, just opens up. It's nice, it's matte, the nice Beats logo on it, but I'm not going to go into depth in that. I kind of went over the overall design. It's very simple. There's nothing much to it. At the end of the day, we all know anybody who's here listening is here for the sound experience, not what it looks like, maybe what it feels like, how comfortable they are, but I'll get to that. And, okay, that's the next tip. I'm getting to that. So, these are very comfortable to wear. I can find myself, again, it depends on the person, but me personally, I can be wearing these about 3 hours, probably max. Then I'm just like, okay, I gotta take them off. Because they are on ear, your head does start feeling a little, you can feel a little lightheaded, especially if you listen loud. I tend not to. It's not good for your ears, kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. But anyway, don't. Just listen to normal music, and now that we're on that subject, actually, these are terrible at noise cancellation, okay? Let me tell you honestly, they are. I go to a university, right, so I'll be sitting in their Chick-fil-A, eating food, and I'm vibing out, some like Travis Scott. I love Travis Scott. I'm going to use a lot of his examples. And as somebody like, drags a chair like, skrrr, I'm like, no, you ruined it. Right as the bass came in, you ruined it. Because you can hear it, trust me. You're in, our library has 4 floors, and the top 2 floors are very quiet. But the bottom 2, blah, blah, blah. People on their phones, FaceTiming, and they're not actually studying. So, somebody comes up and they say, hey, bro, how's it going? You're going to hear it, Even if that hey, bro is not directed to you, you will still hear it. Despite that, most sounds are very easily blocked out. Most small sounds, they do get really loud, but still, you can still hear stuff because they're not very thick. You could hear it, they're not very thick, and I think that's part of the reason why they're light. So, there are compromises, you can't have everything. From what I've heard, I don't have Parrot Zic headphones, but from what I've heard is very good noise canceling, but they're very heavy, so I assume there's some drawback. The cuffs, however, the muffs, however, are very nice. They're soft touch. They're like, you can see, they're fluffy. And as you can also see, there's damage there, which I will get to. It's a big complaint of mine. Listen Up Beats and Apple and Mr. Dre and whoever may do whatever they do here. And Tim Cook. And so they're very cushy. They're very nice. They don't sweat often. If you're, I live in Florida. Florida sun is a pain, believe me. So if you're in Florida, it will be an issue, I think, no matter what headphone you get. I used to have Sonys, and those were also very sweaty. But in normal conditions, they're fine. Actually, in the cold, they're great, because your ears stay warm, and we're Floridians, we think 60 degrees is freezing. We bring out our North Face jackets, and the beanies, and gloves. So these are great. And, quality is pretty good, they're very, like I mentioned before, they are solid. They are light, but don't get me wrong, they're solid. There's a nice click, open, click, close. It is a rather loud click, It is rather loud, if you're, I'll come late to class, and I take my headphones off, and, I do this, and half the class wakes up like, oh my god, what happened? And wakes up, keyword. And yeah, they're great. I'll actually show you the how you pack them for 1 second. This is the little Beats case they come with included. This is nice, though I do have a complaint about them, is that the headphones barely fit in them. So to get them in, I know they are very flexible headphones, don't get me wrong, they are very durable, but to fit them in, let me actually get that in the camera, you have to actually squeeze them a little bit. You squeeze them, then the case closes just fine. And it's not a protective case, it's just a case, it's not like, it is padded, but it's not like lined with carbon fiber or iron or something, so of course if you step on it or something, your bag crushes it, you're done. And that's about it. And they are nice to have, though, no case is better than, no, a case is better than no case. And then this is a cable. I personally prefer the wired cables because I listen to high fidelity audio when I'm at home. on the go, of course. Samsungs, like Apple, have very good audio quality, but it's just not the same. If you're an audiophile, you probably know. And so I chose wired, so I could plug in, conversion or whatever. And they have the wireless too. They're $50 more, $250. I personally don't. I mean, I like wireless, but not headphones. I have wireless speakers, perfect. So simple, just a cable. If you have an Apple device, volume up, volume down, play, pause. Otherwise, too bad. Including myself, because I have a Samsung. And and let's see what else. Yeah, different color options. I was going to go in depth in that, but that's not what you guys are here for. I want to get to the main point. There's every color. You look it up on Beats.com or Apple.com, Best Buy. Just go in the store, actually. That's the best place to see. Go in the store and look at it, because some color might look nice online. Red! But looks terrible in person. And so... And the price range, of course, 200 wired, 250 wireless. You can bump up, I believe, 350 for studios, or I forget, 300 studios, 350 wireless, I forget. But most importantly is the sound quality. Now, these are no Boses, these are no Parrot Zigs. These are affordable, good sounding headphones if you like bass, if you like rap, heavy bass. Actually very good in the lows, I don't know how to describe it, but the songs that go, like you hear every piece of it. That's like the worst explanation you could think of, right? I'll link some of course, Travis Scott song. For example, I think shout out to my friend Afnan who showed me that song. I knew all about Travis Scott, but I hadn't heard that one song. It was rather new, and that song really exemplifies beats, because it has very low lows that sound super crisp. And these are perfect, and then very deep, very high highs and very deep lows, and very good bass, very good fidelity, very good sound coverage, and the whole levels of sound, everything are very, very accurate. The song by Travis Scott called A-Team, I love that song. Honestly, I could jam to that any day. And you can find it on YouTube. I'll link it in the description. And those headphones really exemplify. That song really exemplifies what this headphone can do. Excuse me, this is my first video, so I will have some errors. I'm reading off a list, but it's clearly not a good enough remedy. And they sound great. I listen to all kinds of songs. I'm not gonna lie. Typically, when I'm traveling around doing things, is when I'm listening, and that's normally energetic music. I don't really listen to Mozart too much, but they cover a very wide range of music. If I'm feeling like Imagine Dragons, that's what it is. I don't have to go change the headphones. If I feel like Kevin Gates, I can listen to him. I don't gotta go change any headphones or settings. They do fine. Whatever I want to listen to. If I want to listen to my favorite YouTuber, Markiplier, shout out Markiplier, and I want to listen to Motor Trend or something. I love cars, or no problem. They do everything. It's not like they're tailored for one specific thing. And you can tailor them, with EQ settings and stuff, but stock they do just fine. And another example I did was if you listen to Schoolboy Q, there's an album called Oxymoron, which I love, really. Excuse me. And it's a very, he touched on a lot of topics. Very good song. A very good album. And so if you compare, two songs through these headphones, you'll know what these headphones, even though they are good for a wide range of music, they really excel in certain kinds, like Travis Scott's A-Team. So here we have the example was Schoolboy Q's two of his songs from that same album. One is Studio. You probably heard of it. It's a big hit. It sounds phenomenal on these headphones. Whereas the song FLA, which I really do like, it has a very good I don't know, it's just his wordplay, the beats and everything. I love it. And they sound great on these. They're really nice. And it's really up to what you're doing, what you're listening to. like I said, a very wide range you can listen, but there's some where it really does excel. Like a Mercedes might excel at luxury, but might not be as fast as a Mustang. Don't quote me. There are some Mercedes that are faster than Mustangs, but just saying. And and it's just you can feel it. I'll also link those two songs, and you might, without even that buying the headphones, you might understand what I'm saying, because those two songs have like two different tunes to them. And then I just remembered, because I saw this in Reflection. I forgot to show this nice touch on the top of the band. It says Beats. On the side it says Solo. It doesn't say two though, but these are twos. You can tell by they look a lot better than the twos. Trust me, the twos were kind of like, what the hell? What were you thinking? A very sleek design. And then my biggest complaint: earmuffs. I love them because they're fluffy, they're comfy, yada yada, but they come off, as you can see right over here. I'll link a close-up picture too, but right here, see those muffs? They're coming off, and typically they are tucked in. Do it from the other side. They're tucked in here. You see, they're tucked in side of there, and this is actually the second time this has happened to me. The second time the muffs has come out. I love these headphones and all, but they need to work on the glue they use, because I'm at the gym and I prefer not to hear other people, and sweat or whatever corrodes the glue and it comes out. And what the funny thing is, second time on the same side. This is the left side. Yeah, this side. And this is not even the side that I mess around with. I mess around with this side. Someone's talking to me, I flip them up, I put them back, I mess with them. This side I never mess with, and this is the side that came off. And this is just odd. Second time. And if you don't believe me that the second time, to prove it, they're still in warranty. And here's actually the box that Apple sent me, because now they're owned by Apple. This box to send those back in for the second time and have them replaced for free, luckily for free. But still, it's going to be a whole week, well, 2 days for them to receive it, 7 days for them to send it back. So over a week of me without music, which is gonna be a long struggle. And then, another complaint was, I really treat these really carefully because I love them, and they're, I bought them with my own money, so it's a ways to throw them around, say, hey, catch, if a bro wants to borrow them, here you go, be careful, don't throw it at them. And so here we have a complaint. Probably, I think this has to do with the case, because you have to squeeze it to get in the case. And you see, this is right here. I'll show you. You can just hear it. Listen. See that? Now, I can understand that jiggle being here, because this is a headphone. It's supposed to jiggle. But here at the joint, see that? Both sides. That's just bad quality control. I treat them very gently. It's not me. I'm telling you, all my friends have this issue. And one of us must be treating it nicely. And look at this random piece of hair doesn't want to cooperate. And there's some things that can be fixed. Definitely, this needs to be fixed. This issue. I'm more worried about this than I am this, because this will stop me from hearing right. Now that this happened, sound leaks. And I was thinking, I can really feel the bass thumping on one side, but the other side is not really there. And that's because this is letting sound escape. And otherwise, great headphones. I would give them, based on the size category and the price category, I give them like a high 8, like an 8.5. There are better ones out there. There are other alternatives that might not be as good as hip hop. With hip hop, like the Monster DNAs. My sister actually has those, and they're I give them an 8.5. They're great. And thank you for watching. Again, this was my first review, so if there's anything I can improve on, let me know. And anything you suggest, I might be doing a review on my MacBook Pro actually, since this is recording on my Pro, and I actually great laptop. They do great with these because Apple and Beats, they kind of work. You can pause the music and all that from the cables. And thank you for watching. Again, this is Sajjad Ahmed reviewing the Beats Solo 2 by Dr. Dre headphones. Really not by Dr. Dre, but by whoever that engineer was who doesn't get any credit. But anyways, great headphone. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.